Here's an idea that I wrote about and brought up in a speech I did, a keynote speech in Asheville, North Carolina, actually, about a year ago. I noticed that, like South by Southwest, there's lots of bands playing. They'd been handpicked to play, and they would have their merch tables out. And I would go around and watch a band and then notice what was happening after the show. People would flock to the table. Two things. One, often the band was unloading its gear, so there's nobody at the table to sell the merch, that should be noted as always have somebody at the merch table. But secondly, they had signs everywhere, you know, T-shirt $12, CD $10, EP $5. And it dawned on me, it's like, wow, there are people walking up and picking things up, and you could see them looking back at the stage as if they're reliving the moment of the concert in their head. Like, I like this band, and walk away. It dawned on me like they probably didn't have $12 for the T-shirt. So I suggested in my keynote speech, try this. Go perform and, you know, say from the stage if you like, hey, go to our merch table, pay whatever you want. And the idea being it becomes a barter system, not a price to value to trade system, right? And so a couple of little bands did it and had a great deal of success in that people would come up and an EP they were selling for $5. I got this great email from a girl in a band, and she was just like thrilled that people were giving us $15 just for our EP. And what it does is it switches the value system around. It's like if somebody loves you a lot as a performer and sees you play, they'll give you $10 for your CD. But if you allow them to give whatever they want, there's a very large percentage of folks who will give you $20 for your CD. The idea being, please make another one, please keep playing, I will support you. So now you've gone from just a commercial transaction to a value and emotional transaction where you found one of those true fans who will always support you. And then I was explaining the big version, that was Ben Taylor saying from stage in Denver, you know, thanking the audience for buying tickets, which were not cheap, to his concert. Also saying, I understand we're in the middle of a recession and, you know, money's tight, so tonight you can go to the merch table and pay whatever price you want for any of my product out there. And anyway, I knew the merch guy selling, and he got back to me the next day and said that they had tripled their average evening sales for merchandise because people were thrilled to support Ben. And this is why, you know, in a sense, what I'm saying here is just to sort of put across a different point of view to the one that seems negative I'm always talking about. This is an example of a positive action that created positive results. And it seems odd on the surface, like, what do you mean no pricing? Because again, some musicians hit me up in comments like, Dave, here you go again, destroying our careers, you know, destroying our livelihood. Why do you talk about free all the time? I said this, and you point out, it's not about free, it's about value and emotion and connections with people. It's anthropological at its heart, and in many cultures, barter is the only way you can buy anything, right? I say, I'll give you $10, you want 15, and you find the happy spot at 12 bucks, right? But with music and arts, it's less confrontational, it's more supportive. So I would argue any band out there, just give it a go. Do not put a price on your merch. And I'll remind some bands when I'm out tonight as well. Hey, try this. Just try it. Try it one night. What have you got to lose? And if you end up giving away a CD to a fan who has no money, honestly has no money, then you've created a fan for life. They'll buy plenty of more stuff from you in the future, and they'll tell their friends.